Corey Brad here, StoryCounty.news. I'm live with the police chief, the chief of the city of Nevada, and Ricardo Martinez is with us. And Chief, first of all, it's a pleasure being here with you. You've seen this event grow over the last few years. We just got done talking to the mayor, and we've talked to Dane Nielsen, who's a big part of the planning here. But just your thoughts on being able to see that people flock to downtown Nevada and show off what has been a transformed downtown district.
Yes, absolutely. A few years ago, we did a whole new restructure in the downtown area, tore up the road, all kinds of stuff. And we're bouncing back from that. And this is a great example of some of the work we've done and moving forward and promoting our community as much as we can.
And country, are you a country guy? You be honest.
No. Country's fine. It's just not my taste.
So what does Chief Martinez listen to in his downtime?
Rock.
Rock? Like what rock? Like 80s rock? 90s rock?
70s and 80s. It's just so you'll know, I like disco. So
you're a disco guy.
Yes.
So what's on your playlist? Sticks? Are you like a I'm trying to think 70s. Def Leppard, like
Queen, Elton John,
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd. Oh, Pink Floyd's a great one.
The Doors.
The Doors. Billy Joel. ELO.
All right.
Okay, for starters.
So well, we've got something to aspire for in the future festivals here at the Pizza Looza Festival. So, all joking aside, though, this is a kind of a bittersweet year for you. This is going to be your final year as the chief.
Yes.
You've been here since '04. You've been the chief since '11.
Yes.
Am I getting that right? And you haven't been, real public with it, but it's out there. Just your thoughts on your career winding down. You've been part of the law enforcement a long, long time.
Yes. There are pros and cons. There are some things I really like about the job and I'm going to miss. Other things, not so much. Events like this, I really like that. I like to go down, see people smiling, kids playing, people doing business. That's always a good time, But we're down here because there are some people that cause problems and we don't want problems, So, but yes, it is a bittersweet year. So I'll miss it, I'm sure. After 38 years, yeah.
And for anybody that doesn't know, you told me before we went live, you were in Clinton, Iowa. You're an Iowa guy. How long have you been in the state of Iowa?
Oh, gee. I think since 81. Yeah.
So will you stay here after retirement?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here in Nevada.
Good for you. He's a Nevada guy now. So, Rick, we obviously are awaiting a star-studded group of country singers this evening, which is awesome for the city. When you look at the progress that's been made to the Camelot, we talked about some of the downtown improvements and the different businesses that have come in here, and certainly the support from the local sponsors. And we've got some sponsors that are helping us with the live streaming this evening. What can you say about just the local? That's got to be a positive when you look at your job as public safety director and chief, to be able to see businesses come together and put on a great event.
Yes, absolutely. It's really good to see a lot of our businesses, our city staff, our community bonding together to be involved in these kind of events. Promoting our community is primary, is what we want to do. And, some of the things that we got going on there, we got Verbio, is an upcoming corporation. Burke has been expanding. So we have other businesses that are doing all these things and investing in our community, and this is one way that we can celebrate that.
And speaking of sponsors, I mentioned the people who are helping with the live streaming here at StoryCounty.news as we continue to try to give local news coverage and a voice to people who want to hear what's going on in the local community. Of course, Aspen Waste Systems, they've been around the community for a long, long time, since 2010. They're hiring right now. They're in their 33rd year of total business here in central Iowa. They're hiring both mechanics and drivers. You can apply at aspenwaste.com. Also, Iowa Eats is a new Ames business, locally owned, formerly My Town to Go. Kevin Mahoney's back and providing great service to restaurants and consumers across the county. Certainly check them out. Visit iowaeats.com. That's Iowa Eats with a Z. And you can use the promo code StoryCounty.news for free delivery on your first order. And also Josue Alvarez down at Gregg Young. Give him a call at 641-519-0828 for your used and new car purchasing needs. Chief, final question I want to ask you. So, obviously, it's been a difficult few years for everybody. We're talking about the pandemic and just all the issues that have gone on. Do you feel like you've kind of come out on the other side of this now? I mean, what has the last few years, for people who don't know how difficult it has been, to be on this side of the turmoil and the difficulties. What's it been like for law enforcement, and do you feel like you've come out on the other side of some of these issues?
I still think we got a ways to go. Every agency in the state that I'm aware of are having problems recruiting and retaining officers because of a lot of the issues that are taking place. That's going to be a struggle for a while. I don't see that going away in the near future, but we'll work through it. We've had issues in the past, we've worked through. This is just another one of those. It's going to take a little longer than we'd like.
And if people want to be able to be more in touch with their local law enforcement, like the City of Nevada Police Department, how can they go about asking questions and reaching out to you as law enforcement to feel like they're more in touch with what's going on?
Well, certainly we can always call if you have questions, speak to an officer. We also have a city website where there's a form you can fill out if you have questions, you have concerns, anything along those lines. It's sent to the appropriate department head, and then we answer those questions as best we can. But if you don't know, ask. There's a lot of people out there that they hear this and they hear that. You know what? Why don't you just ask and find out? We'll tell you the truth. There's nothing to hide. And so if you don't understand something, ask. And I would urge people to do that.
Public Safety Director Ricardo Martinez. Ricardo, it's been a pleasure, and we'll talk to you again before you officially hang it up here later this year, but certainly appreciate you taking the time, and you're going to enjoy retirement right here in Story County.
I am. Yes, I am.
All right, folks, for Chief Ricardo Martinez, I'm Corey Brad of StoryCounty.news. We've got live music, country music from Aaron Tippin, Collin Raye, and Sammy Kershaw all coming up here near City Hall here in downtown Nevada. We'll talk to you soon.